and ready.
Are you ready? He's not talking to us anymore.
So we just have to start the show without him. I guess we're starting the show.
We're starting the show right now.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Fiends, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Get Spooky. He's laughing at
Oh, that was good.
Special.
He's special.
He said special. We're going to try it again. Hey, Fiends, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Get Spooky. I'm Leanna Vamp. We're struggling.
And I'm Ashley. And I'm crying.
You're really excited about this episode.
I'm so
That's
excited
why.
because this is a really big thing for me.
We are talking about natural disasters because nature can be real spooky.
She can be a real bitch.
You were legit crying. You have tears. Actual tears. Are you okay? Do you need a tissue?
You know what I did? I got free mascara at a party and I put it on before I came here. And it is not an ideal. It was free for a reason. It was free because
are you allergic to it?
I brought it because it was portable, but look at me now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have dry eyes. I'm gonna think about a dry storm, which is good for this theme of this show.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So on this episode, we actually had this conversation. She's just going to cry the whole time. We started talking about natural disasters and I'm like, we should make this an episode because we had some funny stories to share.
Yeah.
So what was your first natural disaster?
So I guess, we have to talk about because natural disasters are basically a weather occurrence, but it's like we deal with weird weather all the time. So it's like a natural disaster is something that is very like out of the norm. And like, so for me, like I'm afraid of things that are normal. So like... This is something that, like, I didn't expect to see as a wee lass. So, in New Hampshire, we get all of the seasons. So it's like summer, fall, winter, spring, and we get like the severities. So it's just like extreme humidity, like crazy thunderstorms, like crazy winters, ice.
Well, you get like snow. You actually get things that we don't.
Yeah,
get here.
we don't get tornadoes, but there was one winter where we got thunder snow. And so that is something that not a lot of people really know about.
Thunder snow.
Thunder snow is essentially there's a snowstorm, and you know how when there's a thunderstorm, you will see lightning, and it's like typically kind of like a yellow color or a white, and you know it's
like regular lightning in the sky.
Thunder snow is basically like these blue lightning strikes.
So it's thunder and lightning and snow?
Yes. It's like during a snowstorm.
That's scary.
And me being deathly afraid of thunder.
But wait, why are you afraid of thunder?
I am like not a fan.
Did something happen that you remember, or you just like when you hear thunder, you're not?
I've never liked loud noises, and there was this one
afraid
time.
of normal things.
Well, so like when there's a thunderstorm, your parents would always say like, go to the basement. Like that's where you need to go so you don't get fucked up by the weather. And as I'm still crying, but
not sad. Don't be sad.
So there was this one time where we all had to go in the basement, and it was like the early 90s, so we had a shitty TV, and our TV got struck by lightning.
So if you had any storm, you would go to the basement?
Yeah. Well, not like a crazy thunderstorm.
Yeah.
So if you had a crazy thunderstorm, you just, for safety precautions, like I was probably like 5 or 6, but we had a janky TV, and I remember it because it was like the boxy one, but it was like covered in like a wood paneling, and then there
like
was
the old school,
antennas.
yeah,
it had the antennas, and that was the thing.
Like where you actually had to go up to it and change the channel.
So that got electrocuted. I freaked out, but it wasn't the electricity; it was the noise. Because when you hear thunder over you, and you do the counting thing, and you're like, "Oh, what?" Yeah.
Wait, what is it for the thunder? How it's the seconds in between it to see how many miles away it is,
yeah,
right?
So you see the lightning, and then you count. And so when you get to the point where it's over you, you obviously know.
It's less time in between.
So when something gets shocked in your household, it's a little bit like a bomb went off.
Yeah, well, that hit somewhere close to you.
Yeah, so that kind of scared the shit out of me, and I still to this day do not like thunderstorms. But thunder snow is a weird visual occurrence because snow is beautiful.
Yeah.
And
normally, like snow, yeah.
Like it happens, like it was happening at night, and we had like a screened porch. So I was out on my screened porch looking out at the snow, and these big fucking blue lights, similar to this, basically, is just like crackling. And we had this big tree in our backyard.
Can you see the lightning through the snowstorm?
Yep. That's what's scary. It's like you can see it.
Ooh.
It's like,
I mean, I don't really care about thunder or lightning. It never really scared me, but I feel like that would be like, if I saw blue light, I would think aliens.
but I didn't think it was a thing. Like, because it's humidity. Like, thunder and lightning is humidity based, and it has something to do with the atmosphere. And for me, I'm like, it is a damn cold night. It's like 30. It has to be like 32 degrees
For it to be
or a little bit
snowing.
higher. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why would there be extreme lightning? But it's a thing. And so that was my first like natural disaster.
Do you remember how old you were?
I think it was like 7 or 8.
That's scary. Yeah. For me, living in California, it's earthquakes. That's like really the only super scary thing that we get. We get weather, but we don't get like snow. We get rainstorms, but nothing crazy. So it was 1994, I believe.
I was 2 years old.
I was a little older than that. It was the Northridge earthquake, which was, I think it was like almost a 6 point something magnitude. So it was a pretty big earthquake, but it was in Northridge. So I grew up in Pasadena, so it was still a pretty good distance away. We weren't in the epicenter, but it was really strong. And I remember my older brother used to think it was really funny to shake. I had one of those trundle beds, like the metal framed one that had like the other bed underneath it. And so he'd come in on the weekends in my room and shake the trundle bed and yell, "Earthquake!" like that. He thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So come this weekend when this happened, I'm pretty sure it was on the weekend, or it might have been during the week. So someone shaking the bed, no one's yelling earthquake, but immediately all I'm thinking is like, I'm like, Michael, leave me alone. Like I'm sleeping, stop. And then I open my eyes and there's nobody there. And the house was rolling. I mean, it was like...
And you didn't think it's a ghost?
I didn't think it was a ghost. No, I was just like, oh shit, this is an earthquake. And I was young, but going to school, we had like earthquake drills where if there's an earthquake, you hide under the desk, you hold on to the legs. Like there was a whole protocol. If you're at home, you go into the doorways or into like an open space if you're outside. So immediately, my mom's screaming, everyone is like in the doorways, and it lasted a really, really long time, like a super long time. And there was aftershocks, and it's the craziest thing to actually like see the ground move, like to look down and see the earth move. And I actually looked it up because that was a pretty severe earthquake. I think it was one of the most severe. It was actually a 6.7 magnitude, which is like deadly.
That's a big one. Yeah.
There was 13 to 40 billion dollars in damage, and it killed 57 people.
What the
So most earthquakes that we have, I mean, there was, I think another one that was a 6-point magnitude was in 2014, killed one person. So I think the one that killed the most people was like early 1900s, and it killed like over 700 people. But that was at a time where they still built everything out of bricks. So there's a little earthquake and everything collapses. So for me, you would think that my biggest fear would be earthquakes, because that's really the only natural disaster that we've experienced, but it's not. I will take an earthquake any day. Like obviously not a super severe one, because nobody wants to die in an earthquake. But I feel like if there's an earthquake happening, I know.
You know what's happening.
I know what's happening. I kind of know what to do. I know the things that I can do to keep me safe.
That's what I don't know.
In a door, hide in a door frame.
No one tells us that. And I had my first earthquake here, and I didn't know what the fuck to do.
I mean, in a door frame, they say is the safest place because it's like the sturdiest structure in a building. Obviously, like the door frame holds up, is like there's beams in it, or hide under something sturdy. But it's like
I thought everything you hide in a bathtub, and I mean clearly wrong.
If you hide in a bathtub, nothing
happens.
Nothing. Well,
you just chill.
Well, you're in a bathtub, but I think a bathtub is like for a tornado, right? Because if there's an earthquake, then it just goes on top of you.
I would need to Google.
If you flip the bathtub upside down and hit under it, maybe.
I think I should actually. I think maybe we should film this. We should like take an earthquake class where we like do like duck and covers, and we teach the folks like me who don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I mean, like this table. Typically, if it was like a sturdy table, you would hide under the table because if something went down on it.
Not a sturdy table.
This is how you die. This table a lot. So
I would hide in a coffin, but not.
You would, that probably wouldn't help you either. No. But door frame for sure. If there's an earthquake, hide under the door frame. That's in this whole place right now. I would say that is the only place that is safe. And we're on the second story, so I don't really know that that's really safe. But
I had my fridge because it's like cold. And
the fridge is probably a good, safe place, unless something like collapsed around the fridge and then you couldn't get out and then you'd freeze to death. So Think about that. But what is your actual worst fear? Worst disaster fear?
Disaster fear?
Yeah.
Fire tornadoes.
What the hell
Which
is
a
a
thing.
fire tornado?
This is a thing, and I have research on my phone
She's got notes.
because I've heard about these, but they're very rare, and that's why a lot of people don't like. They're like, "What the fuck is a fire tornado?"
Is the fire come first or the tornado come first?
The tornado. So essentially, they only last a few minutes, and it's got a lot to do with a fire that's already existing. So like a forest fire, a wildfire, and then there's like extreme wind. So it's essentially like if a tornado were to occur during like a brush fire or an extreme.
And it like goes through the fire?
Oh yeah. And it's not, it essentially looks like a tornado, but of fire. And they're extremely deadly. And like one of the biggest ones, it was 1923. It was the Great Kanto earthquake in Japan. And it ignited a large city firestorm and produced a giant fire that killed 38,000 people in 15 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Like it fucking
what year?
blew
When
through.
was this?
1923.
Jesus.
15 minutes.
So
like,
so the fire, essentially there's a fire. The tornado goes through the fire and like picks up the fire and then makes a fire travel. Like,
essentially,
is that how it works?
I think that's like, there's not a lot of information about them because
Yeah.
they're so rare, but it is a combination of extreme atmospheric winds doing what a tornado would do, but in a fire scenario.
So my thing is actually tornadoes.
Oh,
I
shit.
I feel like every episode I'm like, I'm deathly afraid of. I just sound like a big baby. I'm scared of everything.
Today we're afraid of
tornadoes. But so my fear of tornadoes didn't start till a lot later. When I was little, I watched Wizard of Oz, and there's the tornado in Wizard of Oz, but I was too little to really understand that that was actually a thing. When I watched it, I just thought, oh, this is a thing that's happening in the movie. That's not an actual real thing, because in California, we didn't have tornadoes. So I had no context. As I got older, and then I saw tornadoes on TV or tornadoes in shows, tornadoes in movies, I was like, oh shit, this is actually a thing. I don't want any of that. And I remember when I was really little, I was probably in elementary school, so maybe like second or third grade, and we had a babysitter. So both of my parents were at work, and I had the news on. I don't know why I had the babysitter probably had the news on.
You're an educated baby.
Yes, because I watched the news when I was 8 years old. And the weatherman's on, and there is this body of water. I don't know where it was, and there's buildings in the background. So it was like LA somewhere. I don't know what it was. And the meteorologist is saying, like, there's funnel clouds in the sky. I didn't know what funnel clouds were. And all I know is I looked at the TV and it looked like two little tiny tornadoes in the air.
All I know is funnel cake, so I don't know nothing.
And funnel cake is way more exciting than funnel clouds. But I freaked out. Immediately, I'm like, there's a tornado. My mom's at work. I'm calling her like 911 SOS, like, Mom, there's a tornado. We're all going to die. And she's trying to calm me down. And the babysitter speaks Spanish, so she doesn't know what I'm talking about. And I can't communicate to her fast enough, like my English to Spanish, to tell her why I'm afraid.
And then you die.
My mom gets the phone with the babysitter, and she's like trying to explain to her what's going on. And she just tells her, like, turn off the news. Like, it's fine. But I instantly thought, like, Wizard of Oz tornado is coming over this house. I'm going to die. I'm never going to see my parents again. Panic. So then comes Twister, the movie Twister.
Oh no. I don't like that movie.
I love
Twister.
I
love it, but like I can't watch it.
Why?
I don't know.
Twister is a great movie.
Well, I don't know. You know what really scares me more than an actual tornado is those sounds, the sirens.
Tornado sirens?
I had my first tornado siren moment. I was in Wisconsin.
Is it just tornadoes, or is it like just a siren if there's like, it's like hurricane tornadoes,
I
like
don't know
anything.
what
It's
the
the
fuck
same
they're
loud.
putting those on for, but I have never experienced them. I was like teaching a nice workshop in Wisconsin with these nice folks. We're getting some Sammys at a local place, and these things start going off, and I think the world's ending because I don't know what the fuck's
did you
happening.
do?
I've never been to Wisconsin, and they're just all like eating their sandwiches like no big deal. I'm like basically crying, and they're like,
I would have peed, had a heart attack,
they're
and
like,
died.
Ashley, drink your juice. This is a daily occurrence, and I was like, why do you live here? I don't want this.
I would never. So any tornadoes happen anywhere where it's flat, right? Like usually where it's flat.
Yeah.
So Kansas, in Twister, it's Wichita, right? If correct me if I'm wrong, but
Wichita.
I believe Wichita is where the really bad one happens. There is no way in hell I would ever go anywhere there is tornadoes.
Wait, you know what? There is tornadoes in New Hampshire. I lied because we had tornado warnings all the time. I just had a brain fart because I remember, and this was also a thing with thunderstorms where, you know, on like the Doppler radars where they would have the colors. So like typically like obviously like green is rain and then there was orange and then like red you'd be like hella thunderstorms. Or when it got to purple and then violet, that would be tornado warnings. I do remember those happening, but I never saw a tornado. And they'd be like, oh, like one briefly touched down in the Shaw's parking lot. And you're like, whoop-de-doo. It's probably the size of my pinky.
Like you would see the swirl thing and you're like,
nothing,
oh shit.
Nothing like damaging.
So after watching Twister, I was even more afraid of tornadoes. But there was a show that came on and it was like not until the later 2000s. It's called Storm Chasers.
Yeah. Oh,
I love it. So I'm afraid of tornadoes, but I will watch the hell out of someone else chase a tornado and put their life in danger. I won't put my life in danger, but I'll watch you on TV.
That's what I do with what's it called? The deadliest catch.
Deadliest catch.
Yeah. The Bering Sea. And you're like,
you put your life on the edge, but not me.
I love it though. Like, but I'm really afraid.
I don't know what it is. And I guess there's protocol for a tornado. Like
you protocol, these children are fucking up our.
Nobody's here ever. It's silent until we hit record.
Sound effects.
There's like crazy.
Basically, the kids are dictating what we would do with our mouths if there was a tornado right now. We'd scream and we'd run.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to go scream at those kids right now. So there's protocol for a tornado. If you have a bomb shelter, not a bomb. You know, when there's a tornado, it's like a bomb. It sounds like there's a bomb. It sounds like there's a bomb outside. But you go into the shelter, right? Is that what you did? If there's a tornado warning, you go underground and you hide. But why the hell would you go anywhere and buy a house, buy a home, make your home in a place where there's a tornado season?
Because it's cheap.
It's cheap. But is it really cheap when your house gets sucked up into the sky and spit out somewhere else and you have to make a new house? It's not cheap because you got to do it again and pay for it again.
I think those are the same people who have vacation homes too. And they like go to Florida.
They go to our other favorite place. Florida.
No, because if you think about how cheap things are in those locations, like when I think of LA, but how great all of our resources are, and then how there's almost nothing in these flat lands, literally, but you can buy land and you can do whatever you want, but you pay the price.
Right. Yeah, I guess you could get like a lot of land in Kansas and build a lot of homes. Even if you had tornadoes, it would still be cheaper than living in Los Angeles.
Or you could live here for $5 million and your house would get on fire.
That's true.
But like,
and you know what's crazy is we have, I guess more than earthquakes, we have fires in Southern California a lot. And I do remember growing up, I lived across from a golf course and it was kind of up this mountain. So you see with the golf course and then in front of my house, there was a mountain and there was always fires. And it's the weirdest thing because it never scared me. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why, because that is terrifying. The fact that all it takes is a gust of wind and your house could be completely decimated. But there's something about tornadoes. I've never experienced one. I've never been anywhere that like has had even a tornado siren go off or anything. But I feel like if that happened, I would probably have a heart attack.
Maybe that's my revenge on Creepy Treats, where we go.
You take me to Wichita, Kansas.
Yes, let's go to Wichita, Kansas.
Tornado
Let's
season.
find some. I'll bring my overalls.
So watching that show Storm Chasers, I actually really loved it. And there was a moment where I was like, I could totally do this. I could go get in this. They had weird names like the Twist Decks. They had weird names for the cars that they were in.
And like roller derbies.
It was really cool though, because there was one guy that was an IMAX filmmaker. So he would get these crazy shots of the tornadoes, like almost too close for comfort.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting to see, to like learn how it works and the weather and the pressure and what causes them. But I could watch it through the safety of the television.
I can't handle it. And I think it's because like for me, because I'm so afraid of thunder, even when I see dark clouds, I panic. Like I actually get physically ill. Like when there was thunderstorms like last year when I moved here.
Yeah.
And I like could not handle it. I was on the ground floor. I was in a shitty apartment. The rain would come through and I would like cry and I would feel like basically how I felt when I ate those avocados, where I was like, "Ooh, something's brewing,"
and we got violent food poisoning.
It's so sad because I'm like, as someone who loves dark shit, aesthetically, it's fucking beautiful, but I can't handle it.
And it's so weird because really, when you think about thunder, it's a sound.
It's a sound.
It's not like an actual thing that is going to hurt you.
I don't like loud noises. That's what I realized because fireworks freak me out too.
That's so strange.
I know. And like, there's a lot of like, we don't know what it is. There's something going on. And I only know because there's a few people I work with who live in my neighborhood, coincidentally. And we're all just like, hey, did you hear that bomb go off? And we're all like, yeah, what the fuck? There's like these little, someone's putting, we don't know what it is. It's not a firework. It sounds like a bomb because it'll go off and then all the car alarms will go off. But I like wake up shitting myself. Not literally. That would be gross. But like I borderline.
I would say we're diapers.
I borderline. Like it stirs up that same fear of thunder.
And I'm sure it's probably some little shit just playing a prank just to be obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's like being in the movie theater and having gun noises go off. I'm like,
you need to get earplugs.
I know.
Just have earplugs like throughout life.
I'm just going to hide in a bomb shelter.
So you're afraid of thunder.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of tornadoes. How much would it cost for someone to make you live in a place that there was constant thunder?
I mean, my entire summers were constant thunder.
So you were just like living in fear
I was living,
for the summer.
Yeah, for multiple reasons beyond that. But it was just like on top of like Catholic school and thunderstorms and living in, I was like, this is
That's why you moved to California.
This is the worst. Yeah.
Do you have a disaster escape plan? Like if there was, so say that it was like a tornado, what is it? A fire tornado.
For this, yeah.
Fire tornado with extreme thunder and the world was ending. Like what would be your
so those are two very different things because when
all of them, everything at once.
When the world is ending, you have a little bit more time to plan. So you're like, I'm going to get myself.
No, you don't have time. It's happening right now.
Oh, fuck. Well,
there's no planning.
I'd have to go to Vaughn's and get some things.
Okay.
But
what's on your things list?
I had this dream and it was kind of like a post-apocalyptic dream. And Elon Musk was in it too. Like he was just chilling. But I was thinking of him when I thought of this device that I was riding, and it was like, what? So like, I was like thinking, a lot of people say that going into the ground is a good idea.
Okay. Underground, going underground.
So I was like, what if I created something that was like a giant electric drill with like a Pope Mobile top that I would sit in.
Pope Mobile.
Yeah, with a bathroom because that's important. And I would drill through the lithosphere of the earth until I got to a safe point where I wouldn't be touched by things. And then when things settled, it would rocket out.
But how would you survive in the ground? Because as the lower you go, the hotter it's going to get.
Well, no, because there's the lithosphere and then there's the asthenosphere.
So you're not going to go low enough to get.
The asthenosphere is the more liquid hot layer. So I would not hit that.
Pre-lava.
Yes. But the lithosphere is basically the rocky portion and it's all part of the mantle. I'm Bill Nye, in case you didn't know. And
welcome to Let's Get Spooky.
And then I would have probably like 3 months worth of food, which would include Harvest Peas, sponsor me. And I would have.
What's Harvest Peas?
They're these peas that I eat and you can get them at Target.
Oh, okay.
They're really good. Sponsor me. And then I would have Band-Aids and I'd have whiskey and I'd have
Yeah, I'm just gonna let's recap your escape plan. Ashley's gonna have a giant machine with a drill in it with a Pope bubble on the top that she would sit in. She's gonna drill herself into the earth with 3 months worth of peas, whiskey, and Band-Aids.
And toilet paper.
And toilet paper. Is Elon Musk there with you? You said he was in the
only
dream.
my dream.
So he's not in the
I'd like him to
Pope-mobile.
join me so he could make my giant screwdriver, but like I can't get him to text me back.
Cameron's laughing at you. Wait, okay, so this Pope bubble only has room for one? Are you thinking about your friends? What about me?
What are the odds that we're hanging out when the world's ending?
What if it happens? I said right now, like right now. Cameron, she just said she's going to drill into the earth and leave us behind and we're going to die.
Well, I'll put you in there, but like you can't bitch.
I won't bitch, but I don't like peas.
It might not be ideal.
I don't like peas that much. Can we have something else
they're
besides
not peas? They're pea-like snacks. And now I'm crying again because I'm like, okay, you didn't let me finish my list. So
no.
Harvest peas.
But what are harvest peas? They're not peas.
They are like, how do I describe these?
You like
delicacy?
You really like?
Yeah.
The snap?
Yeah,
Oh.
they're like inner peas.
They're the puffed peas.
Yes.
Oh, sponsor us. I love those things too. But they're not very good for you. They're full of salt.
Yeah, but you're going to die anyway, so whatever.
You're going to die in the hole.
Salt is good for just dying.
So peas, Band-Aids, whiskey.
Water and...
Water?
What's that shit called? The shit that like makes water drinkable. There's like tablets and
the water tabs?
Yeah, water tabs.
But how are you going to get water? You drilled into the hole into the earth. Can you come out? Is it reversible? It's not a solid. Maybe I don't want to go into your Pope bubble.
I would bring deodorant. I would bring salsa.
So
eyeliner.
An eyeliner. So we're gonna die. We're gonna have like over our salt intake, and we're all gonna shrivel up and die.
Yeah, but we're gonna get like a good experience out of the.
And if we make it, we can come out and then talk about it.
And then we could shoot our podcast in the lithosphere.
In the lithosphere.
Yeah.
I really am envisioning like a giant drill and then just like a little cute little bubble that we sit in.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
But see, if I don't have my big drill and I just have to think, I'm probably gonna take everything in my fridge, put it in a backpack, and like, I don't know, run to some like weird bar that's underground, like the Edison.
I mean, really, if it happened right now, you didn't build the thing with the drill, so
No,
it wouldn't work.
You haven't been to my place lately.
Oh, I haven't. Maybe you did build
That's
it.
why I have 2 bedrooms.
One's for the drill. One's for the giant
my
drill.
special friend.
So we had talked about our disaster escape plan, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not think about it, and we're just gonna do it live right now.
Free ball.
So I think that if it happened right now, and we're in this room, so I only have what is in this room with us, or this apartment. We got a lot of things, but we have a lot of useless things.
Your casket is like a boat, so if it's a natural disaster and causing floods, then we're good.
It's also made out of foam and velvet, so it's not
It's
water
cozy,
sealed. So
dying.
we'd have to get that. What's that spray? The infomercial where you spray it on everything, it like seals up the boat, and he's in it.
Oh.
And he like punches a hole, and he's like, "Look, it works." So
We
we
have
get
the beard.
Yeah, we'll get that.
That
We'll
man.
spray the outside of the coffin. That'll be a boat. It's very heavy though, so unless
It's gonna be like a giant rice cake.
unless there's water, we don't need that. We would
No.
leave it behind. So I would grab a backpack, and I would put all of the only snacks that I have, which is corn dogs
and mustard.
corn dogs, mustard, and
Your
water.
giant like skull full of tequila or
And
whatever
we
it
have
is.
a crystal skull. So it wouldn't be very useful. Like you would have your snap peas, I would have corn dogs. Water for sure. We'd get the water tabs because then we can like boil any water and make it drinkable.
Whoa, ramen.
Ramen. It's very salty as well.
Yeah, but they're so cheap.
It is very cheap. But you say go underground. I would say go up. Like I would say that my initial thing would be to go somewhere high because then you have a vantage point and you can see anything coming.
Yeah.
Going in the ground, like say you go underground and then
there's an earthquake and then shit shifts and
then there's a flood.
yeah.
And then you're
and then
really
you're
screwed.
drowning. Well, I guess I just want to die in an epic way in my giant drill bit.
But if it was a flood, you would be encased in your bubble.
Yeah. But then I would it's almost like, maybe this is morbid, but it's like, when you die and then someone buries you, it's like I'm burying myself.
But you have a drill, so you could technically I imagine this thing.
But
as
I also have the propulsion, which is why I was thinking of Elon Musk because he would make a rocket.
Would like rocket.
Yeah.
So
when it's safe, because if you think about it, I'm drilling, but there's going to be a hole above. So regardless,
but what if the hole gets filled? Well, your propulsion would shoot you up.
propel my ass out of there.
Through. So you'd be like zzz, and then up out. Mm-hmm. I mean, that seems solid.
Yeah.
So really, my disaster escape plan doesn't matter because as long as we have the drill bit with the projectile
My
backwards
plan
thing.
wins. Yeah.
But I still think that you should go high because if you're up higher, then you can. If you're in the ground and things happen over you, you could get sealed in potentially. If you go to the top of a mountain
But
where
if
you
it's
can
meteors, though,
well then, if it's meteors, we're all screwed. It doesn't matter whether you're in the ground or.
at least you have a better view.
Yeah, you have a better view of the show. You're still gonna die.
What if it's the aliens?
I mean, if it's the aliens, then we go back to our alien episode and we say, "Hey, aliens, come sit down on the couch. Let's have a meeting.
Let's have some inner peace.
Let's sort this out. What
Give
do
you
you
a
need from
Band-Aid.
us? We'll tell you what we can give to you. Everyone wins." I think it would be fine. I think aliens would be a very optimistic outcome.
That's what I always think about. It's like we think about, and it's very prevalent right now because we're dealing with so much climate change issues, and thinking about how bees are becoming extinct and how that's a big part of how we actually function, and people don't still think about it, and the weather and shit is just getting warm, and our weather patterns are weird, and we have all these worries, but I'm always like, what if we finally fix it and then the aliens just nuke us or something? Like, what if it's that one unexpected thing?
You're great job.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
Nice try, guys.
Well, you think about go way back to the Ice Age. there's times in the earth where things shift.
Yeah.
And it's just the pattern, like the cycle of the earth. So we could be, I mean, I don't know how many millions or billions of years it takes for that to happen, but people are always trying to pinpoint it to be this certain thing. But what if it's just that? What if it's just a shift and there's nothing we can do about it?
You know what shift that I am like fascinated with, but also terrified, and I have nightmares about this, is tsunamis. Because I don't know why, because like because I like, you know, like I can't really swim very well, but I'm obsessed with sea creatures and shit. As
we could
everyone
take a
knows
class.
by now.
We could take a swimming
But
class.
I'm very afraid. But I have had these dreams for a while now where I'm actually at higher elevations. Like I feel like I'm in these apartment buildings where the front wall is just taken off and like you can see, like you could just jump out and die. And it's always this dream where I am like sitting on the edge of this apartment building with people that I fucking hate. And we're all just like holding hands and like watching this giant wave. And I feel like it's like at Venice Beach or something. We're all just like, oh shit.
Like, you know, there's nothing you
I
can do
don't
to
know
get
why
away.
it happens to me. Cause like I never really would ever want that. But at the same time, I think like if there was a tsunami, which I don't recommend, like
It wouldn't be a great situation
not ideal
for
because
any
they're
of
very
us.
catastrophic.
Yes.
But like, I wonder if there would be any that would bring about the sea creatures that I want to know about up into the land. Like
I
maybe,
mean, of course, right? It's a giant
it's
tidal
like
wave
a
of water.
reverse toilet bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
So they would all come to you. But the downfall is, unless you're a very good swimmer,
Yeah,
you would probably die.
I am not.
And I wasn't even thinking about tsunamis because we're not really in a place where
No.
tsunamis happen. But what's that movie where there's a giant tsunami and then it freezes, and then the whole town freezes, and then it's really cold? It's in
Day
New
after
York.
tomorrow
Is it day after tomorrow? And where they're in New York. That's
with Jake Gyllenhaal.
I don't remember.
Oh,
It's old, but that might be it.
That's a 2004 film.
There's a giant tsunami, and then it gets really cold.
I don't think it's. Yeah, I think that's the day after tomorrow because they're in New York and then
They're in New York, and
Yeah.
then they're like freezing,
Yep.
and that scared the shit out of me.
so that movie got a lot of bad reviews, which I guess because in 2004 I was 12 and I was really digging it because I was not exposed to much.
Well, when you're 12, you have
Yeah.
a very different concept.
I liked it though because I felt like it was the first time where it was places that I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I was already really terrified of weather, so the combination. Then I was like, "Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal." Ooh.
Hello.
I liked how real it felt, and I feel like back in I guess 15 years ago, like things were still evolving in terms of CGI and stuff. So a lot of things you could tell were fake.
Yeah.
That movie, despite it like tanking a bit, I felt was like visually like, "Oh shit, that could happen."
I just so a tornado is obviously terrifying. A giant wall of water that basically is going to crush you to death is also very terrifying. So adding it to the list of places I'm not going,
New York,
anywhere,
Anywhere.
but this couch, because holy shit, that's no thank you. So that's why I live in California. Most people would say like they don't want anything to do with an earthquake, but I'm okay with that.
maybe we should have a sub segment of this show where we do all the things we don't want to do. Like I swim. And like I don't know what you do. You leave your couch.
I leave my couch. I experience the world.
Yeah, like we just do the things and we cry.
We have to go back through like since episode 1 and write down a list of all the things that I've said that I'm terrified of and all the things that you are.
We have to wear our tinfoil hats though.
We have to our tinfoil hats to protect us from the aliens.
Yeah.
Because really, I mean, if the aliens come and abduct us, then it's all over. Yeah. There's nothing we can do. There's no more show, and everyone would be really sad, right? Be so sad. So, with that, I know you were so excited because you thought there was no creepy treats. You thought because I hid the thing with the creepy treats.
Wait.
What? Hold on. I hid it. You went upstairs to pee and I was like, I'm going to hide it so she can't see it. Hold on one second. I'm going to go get it.
Oh my God, no.
I'm saying like I'm going to go get it like it's far away. It's just
What
right
the
here.
fuck? No. You promised.
I didn't promise. I never promise anything. So today I got to rearrange my situation.
Oh my God. I don't want to do this game.
It's not a game. It's part of the show now.
I feel like that's going to be, I feel like if this ever becomes hella popular, I'm going to have my own ringtone of me going, I don't want to play this game. It's going to be viral.
Okay, you ready?
I have to burp. What is
that was
this?
a good one.
This looks good. Well,
okay.
maybe
so
not.
to be fair,
I've seen that white bag before.
this bag is called Mixed Bugs, And it is from Amazon because, you know, you get everything. I buy everything on Amazon. And it has dehydrated grasshoppers, mole crickets, silkworms, crickets, sago worms, and salt. Because, you know, we love salt. But to be 100% honest, this picture wasn't on there. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll hold it up right there.
Well, there's candy over there. Let's see those.
This is that looks nasty.
Yeah.
This has been sitting in that cabinet for probably 4 episodes, and I've been too afraid to bring it out because every time I look at it, I'm like, damn, I say I'll eat anything, but I don't know about that one. So to be very nice, I have a little bowl of candy.
Yes.
These are Huckleberry Laffy Taffy and some high chews. So if it's real nasty, we have some sugar to wash it down.
But we have to start with the shit that's been in your cabinet?
I mean, it's sealed. I just opened it before this thing.
Yeah, bread can be sealed too, but it can be shitty inside.
Well, I didn't say it was going to be delicious.
If you have your escape package, are you going to have bugs in yours like I have my inner peas? Let me see.
Oh, this is sure the nastiest one. Like, I mean, you probably can't even see it through the plastic, but damn, those are nasty looking. Okay, so we're just going to we're going to pour them out on here.
I've had a long day. What the fuck?
But it's got salt on it. I know you love salt. Oh, damn.
I actually don't know if I can do this.
You can. Oh. I don't know what this is. A cricket, but it's like a
He's
mutant.
got a nice face.
Oh shit. The girl ones have the little butt thing, right, Cameron? Because they lay the eggs with that little like needle looking thing.
That far. Hold on.
This. I think it's like a grub worm. And it's got salt on it. So I'm gonna give you a collection.
What do you mean you're gonna give me?
It's a gift.
I get to choose what I put in my mouth.
Okay, you can choose it. I'll put it right here. Oh God.
I'm gonna go like this.
No, you can't have the candy till after.
Thank you.
No, you have to try the bugs.
Can't even open it. My hands are sweating because I'm scared. I can't.
I'm gonna try. Are you gonna like put the candy in your mouth so you can eat it with the? I want to try one of the worms because I haven't had these before. So this is, I think, I have the burps.
Oh my God, no, that is disgusting.
This is I
can't.
This is a silkworm. And are you going to try it? You have to try it. You have to try something.
I don't want to.
You have to.
Let me look at my specimen.
Okay, look at your specimens, but you don't.
Okay, wait, before you put this in your mouth, do you remember the last time I saw you and I was shooting you and I was so proud because I showed you that I was drunk and I ate a little plate of crickets.
You did. You ate them on
grasshoppers.
On your tacos, right?
No, raw. With juice on them or something.
You said it was a Mexican place, right?
Yeah, but I fucking ate them and I ate like 7 or 8 of them. And so I feel like this disqualifies me to any.
No, I wasn't there and we weren't filming.
I showed you the video.
You did show me the video and I'm very proud of you.
And I have a witness, but
you didn't show the viewers or the listeners weren't there. So it's like it didn't happen. That's what I'm saying. So you have to eat this.
No, I just like.
You could look it.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna
clunks around.
It's so big.
He's a thick boy.
He's a thick worm. I'm gonna eat this. What did I say it was? This is a silkworm. Silkworms, I think, because I think the sago worm has a little brown thing on the end of it. I don't actually know. And she's just gonna eat the candy. So we're gonna try. It's very good. I mean, it doesn't really taste like anything. It's just crunchy, like air.
This taffy tastes like heaven.
Oh, taffy's really good. It's huckleberry taffy from Montana. It is A+. I got it in the airport. Yeah, put the candy in it. Like, put this big black thing in there.
No.
Come on. I ate.
It's gonna ruin the texture.
It's not. It's like Rice Krispies. It's just gonna make it crunchy.
I saw your face.
It's very good.
Cameron, you eat one.
Cameron, you want to try one? So I actually Never
Hey,
mind.
you coughed in the show like 20 minutes ago. That qualifies you to eat something.
Yeah, you should.
Voice.
You can't hear it.
You have a
They
mouth.
can hear it. They can hear you. Can I toss you this?
Nope.
Just try it.
I'm good.
We feed our tarantula these guys, but these ones have like.
Well, that's not good. Look at the
I mean,
legs. They're just like.
But if my tarantula eats it, it's protein. I'm gonna eat the one with the girl with the little butt. Can you see that?
Eat this one.
I'm gonna do the makeup thing where they put it in front of their hand. I don't think that works when it's this far away. Well, stop eating the candy.
This is a tough one, though, guys. This is actually a challenge. This is my creepy treat because I don't think I'm going to be able to open this.
You should try one of these because
No, I don't want it.
it's not bad.
If you
can't-
loved me, you
I
wouldn't.
do. I love you,
You
and
know
I.
what they taught me in kindergarten?
What?
No means no.
You know what they taught me in kindergarten? Be persistent.
Ow.
What does it sound?
It's my jaw.
Is that your? Are you getting nervous? Just try one. Like even eat a leg.
No.
I spent $15 on this bag. You better eat one goddamn bug. Okay, I ate them.
I'm going to wait until our time runs out.
No, we don't. It's never. You know what? We can go on forever.
I can't.
I ate a dehydrated grasshopper. It poked me in the cheek, but it wasn't bad.
A story of a lifetime.
I ate a silkworm. I've eaten what's a mole cricket? I feel like they all look the same to me.
Probably something you shouldn't put in your mouth.
Yeah, this one, it looks the same. But I
Can't
want
look
to
at
eat one
them.
of the other. Oh, that looks like a. Oh. This is definitely a sago worm, which I think is just like a. Isn't a sago worm like a grub worm? I think it's just a grub worm. It just tastes like air.
I'm on to my high, too.
Get that out of here. You have to
No.
eat one thing. You have to eat one thing.
Take that now. No, I don't want to.
Just try anything.
No.
Close your eyes and just
No.
go like. Yum, 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 yum.
Look at all these spare parts.
All these bugs died for your digesting pleasure and your refusing them. They did.
Did not.
They got roasted and dehydrated so you can eat them, and you are giving them the most disrespect by just not even enjoying one
I
leg.
think I've eaten.
Imagine you had lots of tequila and it's on a taco and it's delicious and it'll give your body energy because it's full of protein. You will feel energized and like you can run away from that natural disaster. It'll give you the unlimited energy. I'll keep talking if it's
There's
motivating
just so
you.
many shapes there, Leanna. It's hard to choose.
There's lots of shapes.
No, I can't.
You can. You
I
can.
will-
You can.
No.
I believe in you.
No.
You have just try.
No.
Imagine. Can I wrap it in taffy?
No.
I'm gonna make a baguito.
No.
A baguito.
Why are they so big?
Because they're
don't
extra protein.
I don't like how hard they are. I will probably vomit, and it's probably because from all the
Because you just ate 17
so
pieces
much-
of taffy.
and like I ate the corn of the dog.
Earlier we were like, "Are you hungry? Do you want a corn dog?" Ashley just ate all the corn off the dog.
Wasn't a real dog.
it was a veggie
I
dog.
don't
That's
want
why.
this. No, this is the worst because it's like you can't just quickly swallow it. It's gonna keep like getting.
But
stuck.
you're gonna wrap it in the
No.
taffy and you won't even know.
No.
Watch. Look I'm gonna stretch it because it's taffy. And I'll put a little one in there. A little bug. You won't even know. See, it's like a Oh, I thought that was a leg.
Now I'll eat it.
No, just kidding. I thought his leg fell out. We're just gonna put that guy. Just close your eyes. You won't even know.
No.
You won't know what's in it. Here you go. It looks really yummy. You're stuffed up. You can't even smell. Just eat it.
No. His
Eat
head is
it.
coming out.
Eat it. I'll do
No.
one too. What if I
No,
do one?
I don't want it.
Just do it.
I didn't like when we started this. I just didn't. There was no contract in place that said I had to do this.
I mean, but if I would have said that before, you would have told me no. And then that wouldn't have been any fun. But you've come so
Can I lick one?
But if you lick it, it just tastes like nothing. You have to try it.
But you said that if you eat it, it tastes like nothing. So
Right.
what's the difference?
Because if you eat it and it tastes like nothing, but it still gives you valuable protein.
I can't.
You can.
No.
You are a strong, independent woman.
Yeah, but you
And
know
there's
what?
no bug that can stop you from achieving your dreams. Is that working?
No.
Look, I'm going to do it too. But I can't chew the taffy with my teeth in.
Well, son of a bitch, I can't eat bugs.
Oh. You ready?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Oh shit! I lost my bug.
You just threw it on the floor. I worked really hard on that.
He's still
You want
alive.
mine?
No.
Come on. You're letting the viewers down.
You know what? I don't give a shit. Because there's probably 3 whole viewers who would not put up with this. And they're screaming from their beds right now.
So I've done these panels at the conventions that I've been at. And I'm just going to tell you that all of the audience members, almost all of them come up and eat a bug. They will all try it.
I'm delicate. Like, I look like tough.
There's children. Children come up and eat the bugs. Like, there was a girl, she was probably 9 years old. She ate everything. And she was afraid. And I coaxed her into doing it. And then she was very proud of herself after.
You have a way of doing that, though.
I do. But it's not working right now. And I'm really feeling bad about my abilities as a coaxer. But I think, should I make you another one? Because you don't want to eat that one off the floor. I'll make you another one.
No, I don't want it.
You won't even taste it.
Did I just burp?
You did.
Oh my God.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'll put a little tiny.
That was a fear belch.
I'll put a little one in there so you won't even know. It'll be like a Rice Krispie.
I don't even trust your hands. Like, what the fuck? What are you, a baker now? What the fuck?
Maybe. Do it. Ready? I'll eat mine again. 1, 2, 3. That's not the bug.
I'm working my way in.
Okay, just work your way into it. Just gentle.
I'm foreplaying it.
You foreplay that taffy. It's so good. We should eat it.
What bug did you put in here?
I don't know. I think I put the smallest one of all of them. It's really good.
If you hear a crunch, is that...
You have to put the whole thing in your mouth and eat it. Go. I'll do it.
No.
Do it. You know this episode is going to go on for like an hour and a half. It's just going to be 45 minutes of me making you eat the bug.
I don't care. This is actually where I draw the line.
I mean,
This is a natural disaster.
it's not. It's the protein to prep you for the natural disaster escape plan.
This taffy will bind you, so it'll counteract the fact that there's...
No. It's protein and sugar. So protein, obviously energy. Sugar, you can use as energy to run away from the tornado fire thing that you're afraid of. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I can't do it.
You can do it. I'm so, you are so strong. You can do it. You're going to be so proud of yourself.
Ways, but I do not put a lot of things in my mouth these days. And it's like bagel bites and peas.
And just imagine it's a bagel bite topped with harvest peas.
I lost him.
He's in there. Just eat the whole thing real quick and just chew it up.
No.
Do it.
It's a big finale. Let's go.
It's the finale.
I got a crunchy in there.
Yeah, just chew it. Chew it up. It's so good. It's so good for you.
I'm so proud of you, Ashley, because I wouldn't do it.
I just swallowed it whole.
Okay, to be 100% honest, it tastes like shit. Like it tastes, every time you looked away, I was like, "Bleh." It's like crunchy on the outside, but it tastes like you're eating dirt in, these ones, not my favorite. But I'm very proud of you. You ate it. Are you proud of yourself? Yeah. Well, with that, that'll do it for this episode of Let's Get Spooky. I'm Leanna Vamp.
And I'm Ashley Jonkins.
And you can download us on iTunes. You can also listen on Spotify. And you can watch the videos of all of our episodes at letsgetspooky.com. So thanks for joining us, Fiends. We'll see you next time. And don't forget to stay spooky. Bye. Want some bugs?
Oh,
They're nasty.
it's forgetting for me.
Not enough.
Oh. Those little maggots, they ain't no good.
Those are fucking nasty.